5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Heyo, nerds. We are back and still kicking. It is episode number 32. My name is Dan. Over here is Schubert.
What's up, nerds? Contrary to popular belief, we're not dead, but we're not far off. We're not doing too well over here.
Yeah, we're not doing great. And obviously, we need to explain because we pretty much pumped up the Bonnaroo special for quite some time.
Talking it up for weeks.
So, Schubert, I'll give it to you here. So, why didn't we make a Bonnaroo special podcast?
You can't do a Bonnaroo special when there's no Bonnaroo.
It's a very simple, good answer there.
So, was that Tuesday night? I was in Nashville. They told us they were going to cancel at noontime. If it was going to get canceled, they lied. They came at nighttime.
Yep.
Kind of threw all the plans to hell. And so there was no Bonnaroo special to be had.
Yeah, that was amazing. We basically found out at 7:00 p.m. Some of you guys are already down in Nashville because you're going down early. The rest of us are already checked into our flights, ready to leave at 5 a.m. Next thing you know, they threw a curveball. Bonnaroo canceled. Said it was flooding because of Ida. So
worst possible timing they could have canceled.
Yep, exactly.
They could have canceled it, 6 hours earlier at lunch when they had told us to.
Right.
Or even the next day, like an hour before gates would have been better probably.
Right.
But we made the most of it.
Yeah, we did make the most of it. I know a lot of people giving Bonnaroo the benefit of the doubt. Okay, they did their best.
I'm not one of them.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm not one of them either because they need to understand by giving you the night before the amount of money people spent, not only on Bonnaroo and on like supplies and this and that and time to cancel. Most things are 24 hours. If they knew it was a mess by that point, they should have called it.
Didn't get them anything extra.
Right. So anyway, how did you
Bonnaroo,
enjoy?
You're on our you're not on our good list. So
yeah, not on a good list.
You better be giving us it's going to be lineup contingent next year, I think.
Yeah. So
we'll see what happens. But we still made a weekend, which I am still recovering from. Not doing too good. I need some sleep. A 3-day hangover? That's a thing, right?
I think it's definitely a thing based off the weekend. So, you guys spent time in Nashville. I was getting text messages from you guys at 3, 4.
I ended up doing 3 nights in Nashville, 1 day in Tacoma, and then went on to the next adventure.
Yeah. We didn't stop. I think in our minds, we knew that this was a vacation. So when you guys are down there.
Hellbent.
Oh, we knew what's going on here. So for those of you who don't know, there are about 10, 12 of us, 12 guys who had, basically this planned out for the past 2 years. So as soon as they canceled it last night, we kind of made our own plans. I took off first thing in the morning to go up to Meredith, New Hampshire, just to get away with my dad and a couple friends up there. You were down in Nashville with the rest of the crew. And yeah, we basically treated it like Bonnaroo, but in the wild. Like we were in like civilization, but doing Bonnaroo things.
Can't complain about Nashville. It's about the best city in America to get stranded, so to speak, in. Went to a lot of bars, drank a lot of beers, spent a lot of money.
Did a lot of karaoke, I saw.
A little bit of karaoke. Not a lot, but at least once.
Okay.
Did a little bit of eating.
Yeah, I heard you made it on the wall.
My picture now resides on the wall at Kid Rock's restaurant.
Impressive. What did you have to complete to do that?
It was a 36, I think, ounce tomahawk.
Okay.
So similar to the one we did in Orlando.
Nice.
This one, it was good. It wasn't the Disney.
Right.
A lot of side. There was a ton of French fries. It almost stopped me, but I powered through. I was going to get my picture on the wall.
Do whatever it takes.
Mind you, this was at about noontime, hungover. I went till
Good
about
base.
4 o'clock. It was a good base. I made it till about 4 o'clock in the morning that night.
That's all you need was a tomahawk.
Did some singing that night. Yeah.
Yep. So
Listened to
had a
some
good time.
bands. Yeah, well, it wasn't a total wash.
Yeah, and we were all dressed. I mean, basically, whatever you guys went down with was like your Bonnaroo suitcases.
Oh, yeah.
You're not just showing up with like normal go out clothes. You got costumes and food and drinks.
Costumes. We actually met some other people. They were basically wearing their Bonnaroo gear at like 4 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Might as
We
well.
lasted with them till about. It was about 2-3 o'clock at night. We were at Miranda Lambert's bar, and we were all dancing, wearing Bonnaroo costumes. Normal people they're watching. I said, "It's a pretty good say to not do drugs, kids."
Yep. That's it. I'm telling you, let the Bonnaroo
was
people
ugly.
out in the public, you're in
Yeah,
trouble.
they should not be. That's what I said. Nashville is going to say, "Bonnaroo, you better happen next year because we're not dealing with these idiots."
And we weren't together, so we weren't able to do like a interview on the streets of Nashville. So
No,
that fell by the wayside as well.
But there were internet issues and computer. We didn't feel like it. I was too drunk. A whole lot of issues.
Oh yeah,
Kinda
I could have
fell
done it. I was up in the mountains. No way I'm going to get service up there. I was
barely
too
have
busy
service.
cutting down trees in the
Barely have
woods.
service right now. So
Yeah, I know. But after that, Nashville, I did Meredith, New Hampshire. We decided
I took a 1-day coma.
Took a 1-day coma, yep, in the hotel. We talked about wrestling. So we did wrestling. So you went to Chicago. I flew out to Chicago. And again, we continued the Bonnaroo week, basically just destroying ourselves for another 2 days or 3 days, basically, for that fact.
Went to GCW, which was incredible. Went to All Out, which was incredible.
Mm-hmm. So we did a whole wrestling weekend.
I think we've reached a point where we've spoken enough about AEW. If you're not on board, see you later. We don't care about you anymore. Everybody's on board.
Right. Everybody's on board. It's just too much fun. Even if you don't like wrestling, just go there for a party. And real quick, if you've never heard of the company GCW and you live in a town where they please do yourself a favor and just go check. It is just chaos. Complete, utter chaos. Pure violence. They don't just give you a beer. They literally give you a box of beer just to walk around with. And just say, go stand wherever you want. Yeah, bucket of ice, of beer. So
we bought 10 beers at one time.
Yep. 10 beers at a time.
Between the two of us at once.
Yep. You just put it in your own little spot. You get your own little ice bucket.
Hopefully you don't get hit by flying debris from the ring.
Yep. You got glass shattering everywhere.
Quite a
time. Yep. And then we did All Out, which was outside. I mean, I would say outside of Chicago, right outside of Chicago. Also awesome. And we went to like a pre-party where we were able to.
Pre-party was great.
Oh yeah, gonna sink Billy Gunn's son over in a dunk tank. They had music. Awesome time. So
yeah, probably won't dig too much into the event as everybody's probably sick of hearing about it. They've probably seen it on ESPN. They've heard of CM Punk. They've heard of Danielson. They've heard of Adam Cole. Baby.
Yes. The only story we have to tell is just our sections and the amount of beer that you can get at these places. I mean, it's just nonstop. Usually when we go to a place in Boston or a normal city, I feel like they cut off beer like 3 hours before the event ends. We got a beer when like the final pin happened.
Prior to the last match.
Yeah. That's unbelievable to me.
So, I think it was during the main event.
They finally cut people off?
Yes.
Okay.
They probably knew how liquored up they need to get them to tolerate the aftermath of the event.
Yes. yeah. This is
the
quite
aftermath
the event.
Was not pretty. Not sure to blame it on the city that we were in or the arena or whoever, but getting a lift or an Uber was non-existent.
No, that's you're saying that nicely. There is no such thing. There were no taxis. There was nothing involved. It reminded me of the scene from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
No, you can't rent a limousine. You can't. We ordered a Lyft for $286 and they still canceled on
it. They said no.
And they said no.
No, that's not good enough.
Unbelievable.
So, I don't know if I'd go to another one of these without pre-arranged travel.
Yeah, you need to. There's no way. Not in one of those events.
I'm starting to think maybe these cities are underestimating AEW.
They could be, but I heard this venue has had problems for years, is what I read after
so
that.
That might be a thing.
Yeah, I think AEW is definitely gotten bigger, but they should know if there's an event there that they should have enough Ubers. There were no Ubers.
100 Ubers. None. Nope.
None. Zero. It was
not the first
like,
time I've run into this.
No, it's unbelievable.
In Chicago. So,
but we met two angels about 2 miles away from the venue that we stumbled upon in the middle of the dark.
It saved our lives.
Somehow got an Uber and jumped in.
8 left to go.
Yep. So that was our weekend, and that's why we apologize for no Bonnaroo special.
No Bonnaroo special. Maybe we'll try again next year.
In June. Well, we already have tickets, so we're definitely going again. So,
but my body is still recovering.
Yeah.
My mind is still a piece of shit. I think I might be back to civilization tomorrow.
Yeah. It's been a rough go since we've been back.
I cracked open this beer, and I think my body was instantly telling me no, and just putting me down for the count. We're like, no. We're not ready for this. So I couldn't even bring myself to buy full-size beers. You can see I got these little itty bitty guys.
Oh, you get the little itty bitties?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I was like, nope. Can't do this tonight. So I need a good detox, but we got to come. We're doing this for you.
Yeah. We need to get in because we missed last week. We were upset. We wanted to do an emergency one in the hotel room before All Out, but that didn't happen.
No, the wheels were in motion. We started watching wrestling at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Then we saw that there was a pre-party at an Oktoberfest
tent. To the party.
Okay. So, yeah. So anyway, so we apologize. We're back. We're doing this. I know we don't have much service. It probably sounds like hell, but we'll get this one through. And we promise we'll be back to normal next week.
Next week, I'll tell you guys a little bit later, but I got an idea for next week.
Okay, something new.
Yes.
All right. Let's get into this week's hangover then. Not much, but we'll cruise through this and
this week's long hangover.
Long hangover, yes.
This week's hangover.
All right, so again, this week's hangover. You know, I know this. If you're watching on YouTube, it looks like probably wicked slow right now. The internet's obviously not. I think it's going at the speed of our bodies right now.
Could be me moving in slow motion.
I think it's trying to mimic how we feel. Just not good.
Yeah, it's still not feel good. I figured, I'm like, is this still hangover 3 or is this COVID? When I took a test today, I'm in the clear, negative. So,
in the clear, yeah.
So this yes is in fact a 3-day long hangover.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Aside from tonight, I think I'm giving myself another week off. I think till next week's podcast.
You know what the big issue is before we get into this hangover, and this is for me. I don't know if it's for you. Usually, I'm used to drinking Bud Lights everywhere I go. Now, I'm not counting the beginning of my week. I know you were in Nashville. You were doing all sorts of weird stuff. But when we were in Chicago, the first night there was no Bud Lights. They only had Modelo's, and Coronas.
Modelo's, Coronas. Then the next morning, we basically started with Hofbrau's, which is German beers.
Hofbrau's. Yep.
And then went into, Coors Light and Miller Lights at the venue.
Right. No Bud Lights.
No Bud Lights. So it was almost a Bud Light free weekend. And I think that's what my body is not liking.
I think that's exactly
what it was. Could have been most
most
of the stuff I did in Nashville too. But
I feel the same way. So I think it was just drinking all those other weird beers.
Weird beers. Yeah. You got to keep it clean. Stick to Bud Lights.
I think the only Bud Lights we got were at Hooters.
I think that's it. And that was
even at the restaurant we went to before All Out, they didn't have Bud Light. I was drinking Amstel Light.
Yeah. So I think we figured this out. You got to keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Don't mix and match. So, all right. So this week's hangover, only a few things. Matrix trailer was the big talking point. I only saw her just on the football game, and it looked friggin' awful to me. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not digging it. It looks very. I mean, stylized is the wrong word. That's what you want out of the Matrix. Matrix basically invented stylized. But it seems a little like it's going to be weird just to be weird. They had that sort of trippy Alice in Wonderland vibe going on, which I don't really know if I want from the Matrix. I think it's sort of just going to be like a either some sort of like drug induced thing or like a heaven in the Matrix thing, or what if you took the blue pill the first time thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be too, I don't want to say political, but like, I think it's going to have some sort of message that is going to be like, yeah, I don't know, this is too heavy. I want the Matrix.
Yeah, I got the feeling they're literally just putting this movie out for a cash grab real quick. I mean, I don't think there's any that's going to have no connection. It just didn't look good. I don't know. They're trying to be too far out there to say they're the Matrix and trying to,
Right.
but I don't think it's going to work. We'll see though. It comes out
It's on HBO
December,
Max,
right?
so yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I love the old Matrixes. I'm not excited for this one. I have no expectations at all. So maybe they'll change.
I went from none a bit after the Cinecon. Like the people there seemed to like the trailer, so I had a little bit of hope. This is the exact trailer they showed at Cinecon, so I don't think we're missing anything. I think those people were just excited to see it. But yeah, not looking like it's for me.
No. So what did come out that looked good, or is good apparently, is Shang-Chi. I know we were very hesitant, like we didn't know how this one was going to turn out based on what was going on around the movie, and it seems like things sound pretty good for it.
Yeah, even Simu Liu was, I think that's how I said that right. I hope so. Even he was tweeting out memes at the people like us. He went on YouTube and found a list of like all these YouTube videos that said Shang-Chi was going to be a bug. He was like, haha, I was expecting to see ours.
Yeah.
He didn't fix that. So we were wrong. I don't know if it's that we were wrong. I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat and say, I still don't know if I buy these box office numbers. I haven't spoken with anybody that has seen the movie, and the people I have said they've been the only people in the theaters.
Right. The first person I saw today actually, and she told me she wants to go see it, and she had no idea what's going on. And she's pretty. I mean, she had an idea, but she goes, "Yeah, it was all right." I mean, her boyfriend apparently loved it, but she said there was only 4 people in the movie theater.
Yeah,
and that was the second day it came out.
Maybe this was Disney. Maybe Disney just didn't want to be a bust with all the Black Widow stuff, and they went and bought tickets to movie theaters. I don't know if that's illegal or so some sort of shady enterprise going on. But yeah, the numbers don't seem to connect. When Spider-Man does $90 million the opening weekend at the box office, the theaters are packed.
Right, you can't even find tickets.
Can't find tickets.
Right.
And this was the record, I think, of all time, which just doesn't make any sense.
No, so I don't see it.
So I'm not connecting the dots. I don't know. I think there's something shady going on. But review-wise, it has been pretty good. It's been like, if I'd have to guess, people are kind of putting it in like the top 30% of Marvel movies-ish.
Yeah.
All right. It's not that top 10, not the middle, not the bottom. So if I get some good sleep tonight and tomorrow, I might try to see it this weekend.
All right. Let us know next week.
If I don't see it this weekend, I don't stand a chance going to Disney Plus.
Wait for it. I'm the same way. I'm probably not going to see it, but maybe. You never know. Falls on the right day. So another thing that you said is coming. I haven't heard about this. So I'll let you chime in on this. So Netflix is putting out a movie along with a series of Pokemon.
Yeah, I saw this yesterday. I don't know if it's like 100% confirmed, but I've seen it from some good, reliable scoops people. Not a lot of information, just that I don't really know what it means. I mean, if it's Netflix, what's the difference between a show and a movie if it's the same thing? Mm-hmm. Like if I don't know, I'm just using this first thing that came to mind. And Plus was like, hey, we're doing a Ted Lasso movie. What would the difference be?
Right, they really wouldn't unless it's like a specialized,
like a 30,
like maybe they did like the
30.
Right, they do like an actual like full match of Ted Lasso. You're right. I can see what you mean by that.
Yeah,
like
so
it's a longer version.
Right, so I don't know if it's gonna be like a precursor, a sequel to the series, and after the series, a spin-off of the series. But I read it as Netflix has some confidence in the series, so hopefully it works out. We know how I feel about Netflix.
That's true, but anything with the word Pokemon, they're going to cash in whatever they possibly can. If they have the opportunity to do a Pokemon movie on top of the series, they're going to get viewers for that no matter what.
Oh, for sure. So we're looking forward to that when the time comes.
Okay.
We'll get more excited as more and more comes out.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it. So when you told me this first, I've heard about it.
No, it's still very, very early on, I think. But I think Netflix. Oh, this is my bedtime alarm. They know I'm in.
What do you do that song to go to bed? That's like for a baby, a child.
It's built in.
Oh,
you can't even change it. It's like a it's like how your cell phone rings.
What, you can't change what like alarm is?
I don't think so.
I cannot believe it. What was that?
Listen, that's Apple. I think if anybody has the same thing set up, it makes the same sound. You just don't have an Apple.
I would never put that on if I knew that was time for my bedtime. I feel like I'm back, in the crib when I was a little kid. My parents putting me to sleep, putting a little thing above your head where it spins around.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe Apple knows something we don't, and that sounds send you off to nighttime.
Oh, that was horrifying. You should have let that play a little longer at that point.
I thought that's all it does. It's not like a constant alarm. It's like getting a text.
Those two.
It's like getting a text message. Yeah.
So it just says go to bed.
Yeah. It turns your phone into nighttime mode.
Okay. So we can't keep using it.
It's the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The whole thing.
Get with the program.
Yeah. No, I don't think I'll ever be using that feature in a phone. So, all right. Well, let's hurry it up then. It's past Shewer's bedtime.
It's not past it. I didn't change it today.
Two quick notes
for
video games. First thing was the Wolverine game was announced.
Yeah,
officially.
But not to interrupt you, but I saw as we were getting ready for this, there seemed to be a whole PlayStation thing with all kinds of stuff coming out. So
tons of stuff.
We may have to dig into that more next week.
Tons. The biggest one I saw was Wolverine because it's being made by Insomniac Games, which obviously is Spider-Man, which those games are incredible. I don't know if you played them for the PS4 or 5. Really, really good games. That gives you a lot of hope that they're not going to mess up Wolverine if they do the same style.
A lot of hope. Another thing is like even when there's like a bad superhero game, it's fun to play as Wolverine.
Right.
Like I think there's just something about the controls of it where it's basically just the definition of hack and slash.
Right. They say it's a hack and slash. It's a fun thing to do. Right.
So they can make a game with some other sort of elements. A lot of hopes that's going to be the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's something big. Another big thing was WWE 2K is bringing in the GM mode.
Oh, good.
Bring back the GM mode.
Good. You can fire all the remaining members of the roster.
Exactly. Hopefully you can just fire the rest of the roster. That's what I'm saying. There's no good this and that.
I don't. Other than Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre, nobody is safe.
Right. I don't understand how they make a game if 75% of the roster is going to be gone by the time it comes out.
I actually saw something recently that said 2K was pretty upset about that because half the roster they've programmed has left.
Right. They have to redo everything.
So this game is back to their drawing board.
Yeah. But
maybe they just figured the GM mode was just a good way to say, hey, man, we'll blame it on the video game.
Exactly. You can be the one that fires the next people. That's it.
Man, I finally did it this week, and I went cold turkey. And no WWE.
No WWE. I haven't watched any either, actually. We'll see. They'll have to do something drastic to bring us back, I think.
It's going to be a while.
All right, let's get into RIP. It's time.
Is this a...
All right.
I was going to ask you, did you do 2 this week to catch up?
No, what the hell? Oh, I lost you there for a second. No, he stuck in my mind. He's a big one, so.
Yeah, and I think you might have cursed him.
Yeah, I know, because we talked about Up 2 weeks ago.
Just 2 weeks ago, and then he kicks the bucket. So I think that might be like the second or third time that's happened on this podcast.
Yeah, it's
So,
not good. We might have to cool it off on the older gentlemen about when we talk
just
about
bringing them up,
movies and stuff.
bringing them up in general. Yeah.
What do you remember him the most on?
So I was thinking about this, and there's something, and I can't remember what it is.
You know what it is for
something that
me?
sticks out in my mind.
Because I watched it all the time when I was a kid. He was the chief in the movie The Animal. Do you remember that movie? With Rob Schneider?
I don't think you were a kid.
Yeah, well, I was kind of a kid, right?
Came out when we were like 18.
Well, no, we were younger than that, I think. Not much younger, but you're right, around there. But that's all I remember him for. And then Up, obviously. But I didn't know him from any of the sitcoms and all the crime stuff he did.
I have a sitcom. It's like stuck in my head, but I can't remember the exact same. So it was one of them, like some TGIF show or something.
Yeah. No, he was awesome. So R.I.P. Ed Asner.
Up. So I think Doug Days might be down to one season.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make it because he's the official voice person of it, right?
Yeah, so they might have to replace. I don't know how you do that. I don't think you replace an old guy with another old guy.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you can.
And it wasn't really like a funny voice. It wasn't like Mickey Mouse. You're like, hey, we'll just go get a new Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to beer of the week. This is a random
Better
one.
you
Let me
than
see
me.
if I can reach it. Oh, I don't want to do it, but we're gonna give it a shot. Let's do it. All right, so I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm going to use one of the things you gave me. I don't know if you can see this. It's a Natterday popsicle because I'm not buying it. So,
because you're what?
I think I didn't want to go to the beer store and get a 4-pack of craft beer. I couldn't do it. So I was like, you know what's different?
I got to the cooler today, and I was going to do like a seltzer or something, and I couldn't find one. I was like, no, not happening. I didn't look that hard. Yeah. Those popsicles, they made it home?
Yeah, they put them in the cooler.
That's what I mean. Made them in one piece. The cooler didn't explode open on the runway.
They didn't I was waiting when it was coming down, like the chute. Yeah. It was just all the fireballs were going to explode, the Tito's, everything all over the place. But
a lot of booze. A lot of booze got bought. Didn't get used at Bonnaroo.
Nope.
So the packaging gets an A+ because you're having a hard time cracking it.
I need like scissors or something over here.
I think you're just gonna bite and rip. Dig in there like an animal.
I feel like one. All right, good enough. I can get a little bit out there.
All right, what's the verdict? Is it frozen?
Oh man, it's like half frozen. These all the same flavors? What is this?
I think there were two flavors. I think there was like pink lemonade and regular lemonade.
Oh, this is
so these are
pineapple lemonade.
Natterdays pineapple lemonade.
Pineapple lemonade and drinking beer and frozen icicles.
Ooh, now, if you remember correctly, I've graded the beer itself off the pod, and I think I liked it.
The Natterday one?
Yeah.
Woo! They pack
Doesn't
a
look
punch,
like
though.
They do pack a punch.
8%.
Every popsicle form alcohol drink I've had, they are bad news. They are bad news because the only time I eat them is at the end of the night, and then they just send me into a bad place.
Oh, so they come not frozen, right?
They came unfrozen. Yeah, correct.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean they're not bad. I mean this one's not fully frozen, so that could have something to do with it. But anyway, I'm gonna give the Natterday Pup a 2.7.
Ooh, not a good look.
No,
not a good look.
Yeah, I was gonna just do a Bud Light again, but I feel like I had to do something different, and I wasn't gonna go out and get anything. So, all right, so let's go for Stump the Shoe.
Let's do it.
Oh man, that's got some weird aftertaste to it. Oh jeez. All right, Stump the Shoe. We are on record, actually. To finish, this might be the quickest podcast we've ever done.
That's a lucky for you, because I think if we had dragged it out, it would not be for your listening enjoyment.
No. We're getting this one in and out. Refresh. Back next week. We're going sober for a week. We'll see how it goes.
Next week we might just be off the rails, because that might be the first time I've drank in what are we going to call it?
10 days?
2 weeks? Yeah.
Yeah, that could be trouble. That could be big time trouble.
Could be an off the rails day. Yeah.
Yeah, I say we go for it. Why not?
And with what I had in mind, it might be even bigger.
Where are you going?
I haven't told you yet. I've been saving it for you, just like I've been saving it for the listener. It's a surprise at the beginning. I'm going to deliver.
You're going to deliver? Okay. All right. So let's go to... I still can't open the stupid thing. All right. Question number 1. In which Christmas movie did Ed Asner play the role of Santa Claus?
Was it the Santa Claus?
No.
Oh, son of a bitch.
He's played a couple, but one big one that's very popular. It's Elf.
The Santa Elf. I'm not an elf guy.
I'm not an elf guy either.
I think you.
I know people call it like the best
that.
Christmas movie. Yeah.
Yeah, they can all go to hell. I actually hate most everything about it. So.
Yeah. Not even what's it called? The stupid shark. Not the shark. The whale that pops up. The narwhal.
The narwhal. I've never watched it.
That comes up.
I've never watched it in its entirety. No, I've caught little bits and pieces, but I just, from the people who say it's their favorite movie or Christmas movie, I know it's not for me.
I'm not a big fan either. So, all right, question number 2.
What was the original? Santa Claus. He might have been the one. He might have the one that Tim Allen killed.
I think that guy was a little too small for Ed Asner. Ed Asner was a big man.
No, I don't think he was.
Up on that roof.
I don't think he's a short man, is he? I mean, he's a short man, isn't he?
Hey, he's short around. He's like a little bowling ball. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Number 2. What was the original name of the Now Arena?
The Sears Arena.
I'll give it to you. The Sears Center. But
I know that because that's what showed up on my credit card bill.
It showed up on mine too, the Sears. I was wondering at that. I figured that's what it was. There's a lot of $10, $20, $30, $30, $20, $30, $30 charges on there. So
all right, we're doing okay.
Okay. All right. So you're 1 for 2.
All right. I don't want to drink anymore. So
I got to drink on that one too. I forgot. All right. Who was Adam Cole's opponent at Wrestle Kingdom 11?
Kingdom 11. Request a hint. You don't have to give it to me. Someone I should get, or a Japanese guy I should get?
You should probably get it.
Is it Balor?
No. It's Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly. Wow, interesting.
Yeah. They have a lot of history together, it seems.
I was, if you had said Japanese, I was just going to throw out like Okada or Tanahashi or something like that. Be like, hopefully I picked the right Japanese name, but
I went nice on you on that one.
I figured.
So. All right, question number 4. Who was first approached to play Neo in The Matrix but turned down the offer?
Will Smith.
Correct answer. Why did he turn it down?
I forget. I think he just thought it was stupid, right?
No, because he was ready to start filming The Wild Wild West.
Oh, yeah. Hit franchise.
Great movie. I love it. One of my favorite albums.
You're a Wild Wild West guy. Yeah, great.
Big Wild Wild West.
I think that came on. No, somewhere was. What's the song sample? It's like Stevie Wonder. It's Stevie Wonder. It samples like Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah.
And the other day in Nashville, that song came on at the bar. So one of the guys that we were with was like, "I bet you know this song," and I'm like, "Straight to the Wild Wild West." They were all bent out of shape.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Hey, it was a great song. They should just let it go. Good music video too. I remember watching that all the time.
Music. With Disco Dancing.
Oh yeah, that's great. Oh, there you go. Another one. Should be doing pretty well. What
2 for 2.
Netflix show of season 1 has the most views of all time?
I feel like this is a trick question, but it's got to be Stranger Things, right?
No, they're not even the top 5 for season 1. Has to be a
The
season 1
Thrones,
show.
right?
The what?
It was recent, right?
It's pretty recent, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
even
so.
know.
I don't know. Katrina watches the stupid show. Bridgerton.
Oh, I didn't even know that was on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got like 82 million. It's like by far the most. I think the second was like The Witcher, and the third was like Lupin. Have you ever heard of Lupin before?
It's anime.
No, it's not anime. It's some weird. I don't know. It's some weird one. It's like a subtitle show.
Anime.
It's not anime.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. It's pictures of it. I'm like, what is this Lupin? I've never even heard of it. It's only 2 seasons. It's with a black guy, and it takes place in England, and I think it's subtitled.
So why is
seems
it
a very strange one?
Why is it all we hear about is Stranger Things?
Right. I was thinking like, yeah, Stranger Things would have been the first thing that would come to my mind too. Or even like the Tiger King, whatever that one was. I figured that one everybody talked about.
Ozarks.
Sorry, exactly. Yeah, none
Yeah,
of those
you
were
think
even like near the top.
Oh,
So
interesting. I think Netflix fudges the numbers though. I think they're known to do that, so they don't have to like renew shit.
yeah, that
I
could
don't
do it.
trust
That could be the reason
trust
you don't trust the Netflix.
Oh, 10 people watch this show. You canceled. What do
Yeah.
you mean?
All right, Schubert. I don't know why, but I forgot to put a number 6 question on there.
Okay.
All right. So what color boxers am I wearing right now?
Like gray.
What?
I gotta go gray every time.
I don't even know. No, they're black.
Oh,
Take a sip. Close. All right. Well, you did pretty good. You got 2.
2 for 4. Not my best show and not my worst.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get on tap for the weekend. We'll wrap this thing up. Let everybody go on this one. Oh, hit the wrong button. All right, Schubert, what's on tap for this coming weekend?
So sleep for one. I'm gonna get some sleep. So the good news, some very good news. This is my last week in Indiana. So I'm going to probably just work a ton this weekend so I can make sure I don't have to stay in Indiana next weekend.
Very smart idea. Where would you go
Because
next weekend?
it looks like I'm headed to Orlando.
Oh, there you go.
So
Making
this
it
whole
back.
detox thing, that probably won't last long.
So you're in for a good trip because not only now do you have Universal season passes, which now has Spook Fest going on, whatever it's called, which is Scream
Halloween
Fest, which is
Horror
awesome.
Nights. Not my thing.
They're pretty good over there, though. They know what they're doing, and then now you have access a year to Disney.
But the crowds it's chaos. Not my
Oh,
thing.
I imagine it's chaos.
Did
Yeah,
you,
so
I saw videos.
Horror Nights?
I saw videos from the other night, the opening night, and it was pouring rain, and it was wall to wall people for the whole, and basically from like where Jimmy Buffett's is,
right,
to the gate.
So you're not going to go check it out?
Probably not. Maybe one night if I get over there. But yeah, as you just said, for the first time in forever, Disney just put annual passes on sale. So I am now an annual pass holder.
Oh boy, this could be trouble.
It could be a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble. Oh,
So
all right. That gives you a reason for sure to get to Orlando. Why not? You basically go anywhere you want. And you already have the passes, so
all the passes. Now everything's free except for around the world. That still costs me.
That's still going to cost you a couple $100. You're not going to get out of that one. So
no. I don't see any way out of it. So hopefully another Orlando trip. Other than that, maybe I'll, like I said, try to go see Shang-Chi this weekend. I'll probably build a Lego set, and I will watch my Buffalo Bills win on Sunday.
That's right. Your Bills. Okay. Yeah. Well, you get more than I do. I got nothing going on. I might watch football on Sunday. For the most part, Yeah, I'm trapped. I'm trapped to the house all weekend. Not much to do. So maybe I'll
Probably
mow the
not the
lawn
worst
for fun. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to sleep. And just avoid, not even look at the fridge. I'm not even looking at a beer this weekend. So
No,
I'll be
not
all
even
refreshed
not
for
even
next
on
week.
the radar. We're
No.
gonna have to start talking to people up. We talked up the Bonnaroo live from.
Yeah.
We're a couple weeks away now. I think we're still at 5 or 6 weeks, but we're gonna have to talk up the live from Chris Jericho's Rockin' Rager at Sea.
Oh yeah.
episode.
Okay. Now the only problem we have with that one, I don't think you can get internet service on the cruise ship, can you?
Paid for internet service, so we'll work something out.
But can you pay for it in your room, or you have to pay for it in like the lobby?
From what I read, it said anywhere on the ship.
Okay, so we can do a paid service, so we can. Okay, if we can
But
do that, then I will.
Even we'll figure out the logistics. But even that could be just a record and upload thing. It might not be live, but it might be a slight delay.
Right. And we promise to take many videos and upload them on social media
Hopefully
for people
this
too.
trip
Because
happens. We'll see.
yeah, I know it's true. We're talking it up already. It could be a lot of wild cards going on in this one. So,
And then the one last thing I've been talking up the whole show, the special next week. Tomorrow, or maybe today even, if I don't know how the world clock looks, Oktoberfest kicks off.
oh, that's right.
And I mean, judging from the statistics, it seems like we got a large following of German folk.
Yeah, we definitely got some German folk watching. We are big Oktoberfest people.
So Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Let's do it. I hope they have a great time, and I don't know what the restrictions are over there.
Yeah, what it
but
looks
I
like.
hope they just go crazy.
Yeah, so maybe next week we'll have to hit a Total Wine before the show and do a special Oktoberfest edition.
Okay. All right. I'll see if I can find some Oktoberfest gear over here. Maybe spice things up.
You might have to dress up.
Yeah, find the Lederhosen. That's it. All right. Well, cheers, everyone. It's a quick one, but we'll see everybody next week. And yeah,
stay thirsty than stay thirstier than I am this weekend, nerds.
Yes, please. We're taking one off.